All right. Time to start the stream so that... Oh no, I'm frozen. Why? Well, the stream is already fucked from the beginning. Back? Nope, I'm not back. Oh no. Well, you go ahead. I'll just rot. Who cares,
Go
right?
ahead.
Go ahead. I'll just sit in the dark.
So I just do whatever I want.
Well, you know, within reason. I'm trying to figure this thing out.
Welcome into Thingus. Tonight we will be playing the Wolfenstein 3D. The 3D stands for the Third Reich. It's a very good game. I'm in it. We are going to crack our delicious beverages.
No!
Made from blood, sweat, and tears.
Help.
Well, you know, like some people think that Wolfenstein 3D is a anti-Hitler game.
Okay.
But Hitler doesn't think that.
No, why would he? It's about him. It's about him.
Well, yeah, like you're like the good guy, right? So like you're shooting the guys who aren't Nazis, right?
Right.
Like they look like bad guys to you if they're drawn that way, no matter where you came from.
Right.
They could be French, going mein Leben.
Mein Leben. I've screwed up. I've screwed up tonight, guys. My camera is not working, and I don't know how to resolve it. I'm going to try and get my beautiful face on this stream. I might need to switch to webcam if it really gets desperate. That would suck, wouldn't it?
Please, I'm trying to play Snood over here. There we go. All I need is just a little bit of focus.
Oh, no. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's just see. The webcam would look bad. Wait, are we early? 8:30? Okay, we're a little early, I suppose. All right.
I thought we were telling people we're on at 8:30.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm trying to be on at 8:30. All right, let me try my webcam real quick. Okay, it looks terrible, but it might be all we have, so I'm going.
What else is there?
What else is there? Okay, I'm going to activate my webcam. She's not serious. Now how? Edit transform. Here we go.
Yeah, let's watch Meredith do this.
I'm gonna look so bad. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm small. All right, tonight, exclusively tonight, small Meredith. I'm moving into place, initiating small Meredith. I look like an FMV from a PlayStation game. Oh my God. You have no idea how much I want to kick back and have my delicious cold beverage. I'm dying of thirst right now. That's why I'm small.
You're dehydrated.
I'm dehydrated.
We need to like make you go and get bigger.
Yes. Unfortunately, that did not make me bigger. I suppose I could scale up the footage. I've got nothing else to do here except be small. How's everyone doing tonight? Is anyone feeling small? Wait, no. I stretched myself out by accident. How do I lock it? How do I lock the scale?
Are any other things going on besides Meredith's tech problem?
What other things are going on tonight? All right, I made myself slightly larger. What's going on? Whatever is going on in the world tonight. I mean, I wouldn't know. I've been spending the whole night having dinner and setting up the stream. What else is there to do? All right, I'm medium, yes. I'm now medium. What a shame. What a waste of a camera.
Well, at least you were able to come up with a backup. That's what we really needed last time.
That's right. We need to think on the fly around here.
That was good thinking on the fly.
Thanks. Let's, I think we should designate an on-the-fly award for every night of Thingus, since there's always something. There's always something. And it's of course presented by The Fly.
The Fly,
Yeah.
from The Fly. The guy who's turning into a fly. I don't know why.
He turned into a fly.
I guess he'll
he's
die.
hot.
Yeah, he becomes hotter when he becomes the fly.
For a little while, yes. Right? It's like in real life when you grow up and you become hotter and then you become less hot. And the person who thought you were hot is horrified.
Yeah, he's still the same guy, but he's like really grotesque in a way that like has not like visually materialized just yet. But then when it does, he's a fucking fly monster.
Yeah. And he's just like, hey, look, I figured out how to live. And she's like on the verge of throwing up. Like,
Yeah.
nice. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I got out of that one.
All right. So, you know how IRC stands for I retake classes? What does SNOOD stand for? Because it also destroyed my my grades in college. Staying up nude, overcoming obstacles. I don't know what the D stands for. Help. Overcoming obstacles and dying.
I wonder if it really does stand for something.
Duh. Yeah, duh. Because that's what I was saying when I got no education. Or the D is just my grade. I played this on I had one of those lampy Macs. I got like, for the first time in my life, I got an absolutely brand new computer to take to college with me. And I got one of those Macs that looked like a lamp with the swivelly neck. And then I was immediately introduced to what will I call this? It's like this little mutual lie that all Mac users engage in, right? Where you start up a Mac that you've paid way too much money for the first time, and it's like slow as balls. Just doesn't fucking work at full speed. And you're like, oh, well, that's because of XYZ. That's because of this or that, right? And you just for the rest of your time as a Mac user, you're going to like whisper that lie into yours and everybody else's ear.
It's not because it sucks.
It's not because it's just slow. It's just slow. I'm not defending Windows here. But I'm just saying that every Mac user basically shares in that lie. That unless you spend $6,000 for an Apple supercomputer, it runs slow. It's always fucking slow. You're just always looking at that spinning beach ball for the rest of your life. It's for artists.
I've never owned a Mac.
It's I mean, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I miss the OS because Windows is like, in terms of like how much it bothers you about stupid shit, there's no comparison. Mac doesn't bother you as much. I mean, maybe now it does. It's been a while. I've been on Windows for like 5 years now.
Yeah, you think there's ads on Mac OS?
No, I don't know. Help. Are there ads on Mac OS? Because there certainly are fucking ads on Windows. So tonight on the show, speaking of Microsuck, we are playing DOS games. This is a game called Snood. All right. So, buddy, you can watch for about 10 seconds, and then I want you to go back upstairs, okay? Sweetie, you don't touch anything, okay? Thank you. Streaming downstairs means I have a very curious child who would like to see what we're doing. He's counting the 10 seconds I've given him to watch. Okay, darling. Good night.
Night, Oscar.
What was that, sweetie? Okay. Son cameo. He's a good man. He's a good man. You have no idea what power he holds when he comes down here and Joe and I are sitting behind a cage of electronics.
Yeah.
He has so much power.
We need a bouncer. We're hiring a bouncer.
I mean, I gotta say, he saw himself out. Although, I don't know if that's the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you tricked him briefly by giving him 10 seconds.
Yeah, but he's like, now what else can I get?
Yeah.
He's smart. He's a smarty pants. Anyway, tonight we are playing games from the MS-DOS era. We are not playing anything that requires Microsoft Windows to run. So we've got quite a few on the docket tonight. Mostly games that we fought over our dad's computer in the office to play. Games that we hid behind the labyrinth of direct access folders. Which, by the way, if I ever figure out how to install direct access, that's what we'll be playing these on next.
You want to move on?
I'll do a couple of rounds of Snood.
Okay, so how old is Snood again? It's like 94, right?
This This one was a bit later, I believe. I think this was like 99, actually.
Oh, wow.
I think so. So like very late era for... I'm actually not sure how this is a DOS game. This might have been some sort of backwards compatibility port for DOS. I'm finding it hard to believe this game would have been released for DOS.
But it's the exact same game on Windows.
Yeah. Unchanged.
It looks like a DOS game. I just never thought about it because I always played it on Windows.
It might have been released for DOS originally. I do not have the answer to that, but I was very happy to see that I could get it on DOS for the sake of playing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on a lot of platforms. It was on Game Boy Advance.
Really?
Yeah, except it was like it was a little weird. There was like cutscenes.
No.
Yeah, they like remade it. It was kind of not. It didn't
BS.
look like this.
I like Snood. I think people who also like Bust a Move will probably agree that it is the more forgiving game of the two. It is much easier to land those little cracks. No.
But Bust a Move has that music.
Yeah.
It's so funky.
Yeah, Snood is musicless except when you do a good one. When you push a good one out. Yeah, no. Bust a Move is like the music in Bust a Move is like you entered a waiting room halfway through the song. But I don't know why I'm tempted to relive that game even as I play this other game. Probably because there's no music.
Well, this game's free.
True.
This game was for PC. There was a time where you couldn't just get the like Bust a Move version you want on your computer on any emulator.
Right. So you may as well play a clone of it.
Yeah. Like Aldo. That's a game we should have gotten.
Oh yeah, we should put together a comprehensive list of games that are clones from an era where you just couldn't get your paws on the real deal.
Yeah.
That's a fun category. I
Yeah.
mean, it's still a thing because a lot of games are just like, I mean, I guess you can emulate them, but a lot of games are sort of at the mercy of their publishers who don't plan on re-releasing them.
Well, I just played a game the other day called Party Animals, which is a clone of a different game. And I can't even remember what the other game was called. But they added a new mode, and the mode is literally Mario Kart. Like, they just did, like, a perfect clone of Mario Kart with, like, you know, a few slight things that weren't included.
What year are we talking here?
It's, like, out now.
It just came out?
I don't know when it came out, but it's recent. It's, like, the last year or so.
No.
It's a really fun, like, party game.
Party Animals.
Yeah, it's like you play as like these little animal guys, and there's like it's like funny physics fighting. It's like it's really hilarious.
I do love funny physics fighting. Like, I can be suckered into a game very quickly for that alone. We were playing during the latest Next Fest. I was playing this game Big Boy Boxing with Oscar. Have you seen that?
No.
It's again basically just a clone of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah.
But with hilarious 2D animation, like the kind that you and I always go for.
Right. I think I know. I think I have seen that.
Yeah, not easy at all. In fact, my main criticism of the game is it gets hard really, really fast. But probably worth it for the goofy animations, the funny characters. Check it out.
What was it called again?
Big Boy Boxing. Bust a Snood. Yes, they should join forces. I mean, I'm sure Tato would have nothing to do with this. Are they still a company?
I don't know what they do now. But I guess we have them to thank for inventing this game, unless that was derivative of something else.
Right. The fact that it's Bubble Bobble characters makes me think it was derivative of another game.
Yeah, maybe, because like Tetris Attack is like that.
Right. What do we think? Bust a move. Original game or rip-off?
I think this is the ripoff,
Yeah.
but we've established that if this is a ripoff, it's fine. And
Yes.
if that game is a ripoff, it's also fine.
Yeah. I think, like, in general, video games are just so often a ripoff of something else. Like, I was at Adventure Game Fanfare, and there was much talk about the game Colossal Cave Adventure and how it set quite a few developers on a path, including Roberta Williams and also, what's his name? I believe Willard Robinette, who developed the Atari game Adventure, which I want to talk about a little bit on the stream tonight. I have a story about that. But, they took the game and they ran with it and they made something innovative by ripping it off. All right. So of our list here, you can't see all of it on the stream because my face is in the way. What are you interested in?
Oh man, Lemming, Scorched.
All right. Let's do a little. I'll have you do a little Lemming, and
Okay.
then I'll get on. I'll get on when Scorched starts to happen.
Oh my god. Just like this, the feeling of like getting closer and closer to getting it open. It's like
It's a lot of work.
when you're like 4 years old, it's really hard and you can't even read, but you could like sort of like, I remember being able to like open a thing on the Commodore without anyone else around, and like I couldn't do that now, but
Yeah, no, I mean, it's quite an effort. We have a high performance PC here. What the? No, we don't have a disc. I got this to play before. Have a nice DOS. Fuck off. All right. Might have to come back to that one. Let's do.
All
You want to
right.
do Scorch?
yeah.
I think it's Scorch/Earth. Wait. What the?
Scorched.
Oops. One small mistake and you're fucked.
Is it really called Earth?
It's just another subdirectory. So when you were, if anybody's under the age of 40 in here, you used to have to call on your
Yes!
game by name. Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
The mother of all games.
The mother of all games.
All right, so you take the keyboard and I'll take the mouse.
Actually, I think we're gonna need both.
We're gonna need
'cause
both.
There's
Okay.
like stuff to click on.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Right.
So
All right.
here, you can move this and put the keyboard there.
Oh, right, because I have to choose my tank,
Yeah.
and I'm a man. All right.
What are the differences between these?
They're cute in different ways.
This one looks like it's smiling. Alright.
Cheap viewers, get out of my chat with that spam. Go on now. Be gone.
Yeah, that's you at the store.
Yeah, we have a scorched earth policy on spam users around here. I'm not going to say how do you ban this person. I'm just going to delete.
Yeah.
All right. So this is me choosing my inventory. It's kind of like Oregon Trail. How do I buy? I have $1 million? Do I need the keyboard to select these?
Earned interest.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was so much, so many money matters here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Get some of these.
Do you just like have to hit spacebar?
Yeah. Got a couple funky bombs. Get a little napalm. Get a couple of rollers. I have so much money. I'll never run out. How do I have so much money?
I don't know. Did we hit a cheat code?
This might just be the download. Like the ROM is made this way. I don't think we're supposed to have so much money. But whatever, let's have fun, right?
Yeah, if we're both rich, it's even, right?
Yes, exactly.
Or am I rich?
I guess we'll find out. All right, I'm done. What am I? How many of these am I going to get a chance to use? You're going to hit me with a regular bullet and kill me. Here you go. You press space bar to buy.
Yeah, this is not normal. There's like, these things usually come out like later.
Oregon Trail with chatters as the settlers. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll play Oregon Trail in a little bit. Oh yeah, Merv. Okay, so the developer of Scorched Earth, he's done some other stuff since.
My turn.
Is it your first?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's done some other stuff since, but he still very much touts himself as the developer of Scorched Earth.
Well, if you made the mother of all games, then all of your other games and everyone else's other games are inferior.
It's true. It's true.
No.
Oh no. If you like worms, yeah. Right. If you make a game like this, I mean, look, I think this game is terrific, and I haven't really explored too much about the history of the shareware era.
Ah, nice one.
Gotcha. No big missiles needed.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Just hit D.
Done. That's me. That's you. Have you missed much? No. So far we've played Snood, and now we're on Scorched Earth, which is another Another one of those old DOS games that we'd fire up from time to time. You're just two little cannons sitting on a mountain trying to blast the shit out of each other.
I always loved this game, and it always ran on the really shitty computer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I ran on a shitty computer. I have plenty of memories. I have plenty of memories of taking a break by necessity because the internet would not last. Taking a break from talking to my internet boyfriend to play a few rounds of Scorched Earth. How do I shift to? How do I select another weapon? Here we go. Let's have fun. Let's try a roller. Oh.
Oh, man. Good game. Well, good round.
Thanks. Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care?
Don't care. Oh
All right,
my god, look at loads.
Is the game too loud, guys? We can't really tell on our end. If those sounds are oppressive. Oh, look at this beautiful landscape.
Yeah. This game looks great. Look at that gradient. I love that.
I know.
Oh my god.
Oops.
Destroying the beauty.
It's not loud. The sound is just something evil. So yeah, nice. You got me. I love the variety of death scenes. It's really fun. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know much about the era of shareware, but I think, there was a period where if you wanted just an absolute shit ton of people to play your game, you would make the game free. And that did not dissuade people the way free games seem to dissuade people nowadays. Like if a game is free, you just expect it to suck, right? Or to be like, oh no!
This ran so much better on DOS.
Yeah, right? Oh my god, you exploded so much. I might die too. Yep. Ain't war hell? Yeehaw! 6 rounds remain. Beauty. All right, that's you. That's right. Doom was shareware. Can we think of any other legendary video games that were shareware?
Legendary games.
Oh my god.
Oh, did I survive?
You're still alive, yeah.
Oh, I lived. Alright. Oh my god, I can't turn the power up anymore. You got that mouse.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's see if I have any tricks up my sleeve.
Right, you'd have to like bomb out that entire hill to get rid of me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck. It's not gonna reach. Does a laser, like...
Yeah, you might cut through the whole mountain. Death's head might do a little damage.
To me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, no, go back. Ah.
A digger might help you.
Yeah, I guess I can try it, but I don't think it'll actually go far enough to reach the mountain. Whoa.
Oh.
Nah.
No. Would you like to buy anything new?
Nah. But yeah, between like this and the other games that would run on my computer, which I called the Doom computer. It did not run Doom. I don't think it.
No.
I don't think it was even close.
No, it was the Doom computer because it sucked, not because
I was
Doom.
doomed to use it. Like we all had it at some point, I think.
Yeah, the Doom computer was like, a cursed piece of, like a cursed pair of pants that every kid had to wear. Like you were years off from your own computer, and you had the family computer that got like, that was just all the scraps of all the other computers. What? No! Oh my god.
Oh my god. Devastation.
Just nothing left. I thought maybe I'd still be alive.
Yeah, you never know. Sometimes you survive.
Sometimes you survive. Ah, what beauty.
Oh, how beautiful.
What majesty. There you go.
Yeah, like the other crap on the Doom computer was like the DuckTales game,
Yeah.
which wouldn't let you play unless you solved their, like...
The Beagle Boys puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, to prove you weren't a software pirate. Which we were.
Which we are.
Timbalisto says that Duke Nukem, Quake, and Joust were all shareware.
Ah.
And Commander Keen as well. You used to play this in your high school computer. Oh, hi, Edmundo. You used to play this in your high school computer class. I'd never played this in school. I had a, like, my computer class. I guess I talked about this a little on the last stream. Oh, I don't know what I thought I was shooting at there. In my computer class, we had Apple IIs, which were very old even then. I played the shit out of that, and it was very formative for me, but I never got to play anything like this. I suppose there's like math elements to this, right? You're kind of learning.
I never thought of this game as like educational before.
Yeah, I mean, because the angle doesn't actually relate to like a number of degrees, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's just there's only like 3 pixels that are there to render the tank's angle.
Yes.
So it's hard to tell if it knows what, but yeah, I think it does know what angle it's shooting at. Like if I shot at 45.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see. Right, but then the power has no basis in any, like, real-world thing.
Well, I mean, it's written for a really old computer, so it's a simulation from back then.
From way back then.
I mean, I don't even know. Maybe it's just as good as the gravity from games now.
I mean, I think it looks great. It's also, this is also with no wind. We're really playing on baby mode. I don't know how the settings got this way. I think this must be the version that we... I'm still alive.
Yeah.
I'm like the fucking Roadrunner. Wait. I overshot last time.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, I see. You were just slacking when you played this game. Yeah, I mean, this game, as far as I'm concerned, is pure fun. But yeah, it's kind of fun to imagine, like, being a software developer in this world. Like, being a software developer in, like, the 80s and early 90s. It just, like... Oh, right. I'm the red one. I'm the wed one. It just seems like things were kind of thrilling. Like everybody was looking to innovate and do some new shit that no one had ever seen before. And everybody was making software out of a greenhouse shed, you know? Like everybody was making software out of like a closet in their in like their office where they had another job, you know? Just like stealing time against the odds to make a game that took them, I don't know, like 3 weeks to program. There's a romance to it, I suppose. I guess that's because so many of these games ended up succeeding and being game changers. Let's try a dirt ball. But I feel that there's like, I don't know. It's probably just the mythology of all of it. Whoops, I made you safer. I don't know what it is. It's probably all fucking fake, right? What I'm talking about here is bullshit. It's all just like the PR that comes along with these legacy computer companies existing for so long. All right, 2 rounds remain. Oh, pretty. All right, I'm not going to use dirt ball again. All right, I want to know what a digger does. Oh, we're inside a cavern. All right, your turn. So be careful if you shoot hot napalm at yourself. '90s game development was a bunch of nerdy sociopaths in a garage who all went insane after Bill Gates talked to them. A little bit. They definitely play up the story a bit when they write a book about the making of Doom. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I may just be reading... Cool. I may just be reading a few too many memoirs of people who succeeded, you know? Although I do think Romero's memoir is very fascinating. All right, I got to shoot a funky bomb. Let's see you survive that one.
Oh my god. I've never seen that.
Oh my God.
A third time.
I know. Just overkill. All right. This is the last round, right?
Oh, wow. All right.
Here we go.
My God.
E.T. only had 3 weeks to get it done because they had to make cartridges in time for the holidays. Right, and E.T. is like the famous failure of the first wave of console games, right? Do you know anything about the story of E.T.?
Yeah, E.T. was such a failure. They made so many cartridges that got unsold that they buried them in a big landfill.
And after that, weren't video games kind of declared dead? Like it kind of confirmed people's suspicions that video games were a flash in the pan and
Yeah.
and that audiences would not sustain their interest in them for long.
Yeah, like at the time, everybody had their own dumb video game console. Like the store, like your grocery store, had their own video game console.
Right.
It was like it basically like Mattel had their own video game console. It was too much. There were too
Right.
many games and they were too low quality. So like that's why Nintendo, whenever they made a game, they would have this like giant gold stamp
Oops.
that said like Nintendo seal of quality.
Right.
So some people knew that this was a high quality product and not a defective piece of shit.
Right. Well, I mean, Nintendo was not really taken seriously when they released the Famicom because of that. Because up until that point, the presumption was that video games were a flash in the pan and that they were low quality and that they just weren't worth the money. Yes, no, that is true. That in Japan the industry didn't crash. This is a Western phenomenon I'm talking about. We were ready to dismiss video games, console games, but I mean, I suppose then you do need to consider whether video games would have succeeded if they had been restricted to a Japanese market.
No. Meat.
All right. I'm just sticking to baby missiles here. I'm trying to do it the old way.
All right, yeah, let's have a duel with just baby missiles.
Just baby missiles.
Oops, I went past it.
Oops. Yep, you gotta go around again. You're like Ham with the remote control.
I think about that all the time.
I know.
We gotta go around this faster. Oh, that was a baby nuke.
Pop. Final scoring. 5 victories to me. 4 to Joe. And I won $44,000. And for some reason, you also won money. Did nobody win? Or is that just what we spent?
I mean, that's nothing compared to how much money we have already.
And
we
how
had
much-
like $1 million and spent nearly none of it.
And how much damage we did to the world. We scorched the earth.
And it was beautiful.
It was. Excellent game.
Yeah.
I do not remember the name of the...
What does that say? Oh, it's a Sun Tzu.
He took the time to give us a Sun Tzu quote. I do not remember the name of the developer, but props to this guy for a beautiful video game that I will never forget as long as I live. All right. Do you want to play a little Wolf?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do some wolfing. Let's do some wolfed.
I have to go into another folder called Wolf 3D. And another! It's like the game itself. There's a door within a door within a door. There it is.
Oh boy. Wow.
Oh, boy.
It's been so long.
Now, I actually don't know how to fire without the mouse.
Fire.
Oh, I see. So mouse is checked there?
You
So-
don't need the mouse to play this.
No, I think if... Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Was there a little Activision publisher logo there? I think so. Is this the first war game that to do the quote thing that every war game does? Maybe. Look at these fucking legends right here.
Okay, let's get to the game. Alright. Which am I? Am I baby?
I don't know. I'm always baby.
Don't hurt me. Let's try Death Incarnate.
Sure. Seems fun.
See if I can play like this. There we go.
Yeah, you got it?
I think so. We should add a few of these guys to the soundboard. Yeah, good idea.
Oh yes, as Gabby points out, this guy is a long-standing mascot of Thingus.
Who? The Doom guy? Or the Wolf guy?
Yeah, the wolf guy.
I guess he's an icon in the Discord.
It's and in the chat.
Oh, okay.
On Twitch.
Yeah, well, this game is like a throwback. You know, this was another game that worked on the shitty computer.
Yeah. Yeah, you could kill Nazis even on a shitty computer. It's the American dream.
Yeah, you could. There was no audio, but you could still play, and it didn't run that much slower than this.
You could walk through this hellish hallway with the same picture of Hitler over and over again and just kill all of his dogs.
No, okay, this is really hard.
It's harder, yeah.
All right,
Going back?
Let's change the difficulty.
Yeah.
I think it wants me to type Y.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you can... Oh, no, yeah, you have to start over.
Okay, let me not eat the food until I need it.
I don't think it lets you eat the food until you've got less than 100% health.
Oh.
The screams really, like, there's something about that that just really added to the appeal of this thing. Like, it's not enough to see the Nazi go down. He has to die an undignified death by screaming. Are we told who? Oh, in the back. Fucking die. Are we told who our guy is? Who is he?
I don't know.
Is he an American on a mission?
I don't even know if he's American.
I kind of assumed he's a little like an inglorious bastard, you know?
Yeah, this seems a little bit like that, like a pretend Hitler story.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. How do I get a gun again? This is too hard with the knife. Oh wow.
Too hard with a knife.
Maybe I ran out of ammo.
Plus one in the keyboard does what? That's dedication, Gabby. She's watching on her phone because her daughter spent 20 minutes screaming for her to be the bedtime companion instead of dad. So you're lying in bed with your daughter watching Wolfenstein 3D? How does she like it?
Well, maybe since a baby is watching, I should switch to the baby.
Yeah, no, that's why you should. Yeah, Wolfenstein is the name of the base that you're in. Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I could never get past this difficulty. Always
No.
the baby.
No. Oh, there is a key to get rid of the border. Might be the plus sign on the keyboard if you want to remove it.
Well, there's no plus.
No?
button.
Oh, you'd have to press shift.
Yeah, it doesn't do it.
Not doing it. Yeah, this might be a version that doesn't have it. Could have been a later edition. Or we might just be dumb.
Oh, that's how you switch weapons. Press 1 and 2.
All right. Well, at least you found that out. Oh, I see. You're about to sneak out of the room. How sweet. How sweet. Thingus for the whole family.
Yeah, Wolfenstein 3D. It's wholesome.
Wholesome. This game is wholesome.
Yeah, like I remember those dead Nazis. Like I remember the talking boat from Pajama Sam.
Well, the thing is, like, if I think I can say this with some certainty that Wolfenstein was the first place where I could take out my anger on the Nazis. Wouldn't you say? It's the first the first chance you ever had to fuck up a Nazi?
Well, did you understand that when you played this the first time?
Yes.
I did not. I didn't know about any of this shit.
Yeah. So they were just general purpose bad guys to you, and then you found out later that basically all bad guys in like war stories and such of the last 100 years were about the Nazis.
Yeah.
Would Mara be scared of Wolfenstein, or would she find it empowering? She would play it until she thought Hitler was going to come out, and then she would turn it off. Or she'd give it to her brother. I just want your Nazi gold and your da-da-da-da-da-da-da kiss. My lever!
Oh man. Even on easy mode, you get no ammo.
Yeah, hard. Hitler right behind her. Yes, Hitler everywhere. Hitler always lurking.
Yeah, he's always back. Did you ever see that movie about Hitler coming back?
Which one? What's it called? I'm Back?
It's called Look Who's Back.
Look Who's Back, yeah. I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever seen it, but that's hilarious.
I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's back?
Yeah, Look Who's Back.
What a funny name. Do you know who directed that?
I have no idea. It's a German movie.
Okay. It sounds great.
Hitler is back, and there's no explanation.
I mean, that's perfect, right? There should
Yeah.
not be any explanation. Look who's back. Oh, man. Boy, boy, boy.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, you're killing all of Hitler's favorite dogs right now.
That might be my favorite Hitler I've ever seen
Oh, and
anyone
Look Who's
portray.
Back? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like they've got the right tone. Like, just from that title, the tone sounds perfect.
Yeah, like when I made my Hitler cartoon, I didn't want to do any Hitler research, but I did watch that movie and it influenced me a lot.
Sure. Right, just seeing an excellent portrayal of Hitler. Did you watch Downfall?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty classic Hitler.
Yeah, he's a good Hitler. He's a good meme Hitler. No.
Look who's talking with Hitler.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't be called that if it was made in America because they wouldn't want to confuse it with Look Who's Talking.
Right,
But
yeah.
Germany doesn't know about Look Who's Talking.
No. No, but it's just like that title is too funny. Like that could never translate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they would just have remade the movie. Like what year did this come out?
Like 2010.
Oh, very recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little older.
Okay.
2000s.
That's so fun. I can't get over that title.
Look Who's Back. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great title and
and the premise. I mean, I'd love to see what they do with it, but like, yeah, it just sounds great that they don't offer any explanation. And he's like the same age that he would have been when he died.
Yeah, he's Hitler. Like, I thought it was funny in my cartoon, but it's probably funnier in live action to have Hitler just like come back.
To be back.
And it's like really convincingly him.
I mean, there's like
Shit! That's what I feel like every time I kill one of these Nazis.
One of these Nazis tries to shoot you. You ever? You've probably seen like the Mr. Show sketch that's like basically science fiction, where as reparations to the Jews, Hitler was cloned, and Hitlers are the servants of every Jew, like every Jewish family. So like they're like they have their own home, but they're forced to work for these families, and like in their own lives they have like you see like a whole bunch of Hitlers sitting at a bar, and you know, they're like, yeah, it's really hard to get a date when you're Hitler. As soon as they find that you're Hitler, they don't want to date you. And another one's like, yeah, we got a saying around here, get used to it, Hitler. There's like a mom who like comes in her room and is like yelling at her kids, and she's like, I told you to put your Hitlers away. And like the two Hitlers are just standing there and she's just shoving them away. Oh, yeah, good shit.
Sighart. Ah!
I love stealing this treasure because you know it's stolen. Those Nazi thugs, they looted everywhere.
That's right. It's not theirs.
Take.
Take.
Okay to take.
Okay to take. Fun allowed.
I mean, I don't know if I'm a good guy. I sure killed a lot of people and dogs.
You're an enemy of the bad guy, so.
Well, yeah, like, there's some sick shit going on in this castle.
Oh yeah.
And we're here to shoot it with a pistol.
Yeah, and to look around with your eyebrow raised at like the sick fucking shit they're up to in here.
Ah, shut up.
So, John Romero, right? That's his first name, John Romero. He wrote a memoir called Doom Guy, which I haven't read all the way through, but he talks about just the extreme violence that he faced in during his childhood. You know, he just like his stepdad would just beat the fucking shit out of him.
Yeah.
And it absolutely like fed in, you know, if you're meant to draw the line from his explanation, it absolutely fed into the sort of, you know, controlled environments for violence that he's creating in these games.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible stuff. Just like taking something terrible and turning it into this.
Were there any games about shooting Nazis before this?
There must have been.
I don't know. I feel like this entire genre, sorry, not genre, of game was invented with this one.
You mean the first person shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know of another one before this.
I feel like there's something intrinsically about them being Nazis. It's like, well, you can kill them because it's okay because they're Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those dogs, they're Nazis.
Right. That the extreme violence of this game was justifiable because it's revenge.
On the other hand, there's a mod of this game where they changed it so that you're feeding animals on Noah's Ark. The animals go to sleep when you feed them enough.
What?
Yeah, Noah's Ark 3D. You never heard of that?
My name is. No, I've never heard of that. Noah's Ark 3 is what it's called?
Noah's Ark 3D.
3D? That's pretty funny.
It's just like a reskin of this,
the
where you feed
go to
animals.
Sleep? Okay, well, Noah's Ark is also about like killing every animal ever, right?
Well, no, it's about saving the few animals that are there.
Well, yeah, saving them from God, who's killing them.
Yeah, well...
Because God got bored and wanted to start over. Take two of them, that's enough. Start over.
Yeah, it'll work.
Yeah.
Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, it'll work. We definitely won't leave those unicorns to drown.
But I mean, like, Noah can't argue with God for long before God just gets bored and leaves. Like, he's God.
Yeah, he's like, but what about, and God's already gone. Build the ark.
Yeah, do the arc thing. And he's like, but I'm 94. And he's like, I'm God, so I know that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Meaning that you have to.
You have to. So, yeah, I mean, Noah's Ark is actually a more brutal story than this one.
Wolfenstein. Yeah, I guess, you know, you're just killing Nazis. You're not putting to sleep the great-great-grandfathers of the most twisted, like, elephants you've ever seen.
Do they look fucked up? Do they look like Doom characters?
I mean, they just look like cute little sheep and stuff.
So, would we have played this at the computer lab at Temple?
Oh, maybe. Not our temple, but, you know, some other temple.
Right, some like cool with it temple would have just, or church would have had this game where you're playing Doom, but it's Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like most teachers would be able to see through that, right? That would trick grandmas into buying the console version.
Right. Did anyone play this at their religious school?
I don't know. Maybe. That would be really funny.
That would be really funny. You have a key, right?
Where am I supposed to go?
There was a locked door.
Oh. Where? Is there
Maybe
a
there?
map?
Yeah, that.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Super Noah's Ark was only on Super Nintendo back then. I see. This was an official release? This was not just like a mod?
I mean, it was a mod that was released like without any what do you call it? Nobody okayed this.
It was a commercial game that had taken the source code of this game?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I think they just, you know, sold them anyway. They like produced their own weird cartridge that looks different and sold it anyway.
Wow. All right, I need to hear the story. I need to hear the full story about this. This is very interesting. Ooh, new gun. Excuse me, I gotta take my headphones off for a moment. Oh my goodness. It's squeezing on my head. No! They gave, okay, so it gave the source code to a company that makes Bible games because Nintendo wouldn't let them publish Wolfenstein.
Oh, really? Holy shit.
Gabby asked if either of us ever played Raptor Safari in college. I never did.
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar. Shit.
I wonder what kind of money id Software made off of that Super Nintendo Bible release. That's really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, this whole time I thought it was just like unauthorized.
Unauthorized, and they got away with it for some reason.
Well, yeah, like I thought like they just left it alone because it was like a little company and they, I guess not.
Well, yeah, I mean, of all the game developers with like blockbuster releases, they seem very permissive, but still, that's like beyond the pale.
Yeah, we didn't have any Bible games, nor did we know anyone who did.
No, although at Temple, we did play some really corny Jewish games.
Yeah.
We had Jerusalem Stones. These are all lost media, by the way. I've never been able to find any of these games. We had Jerusalem Stones, which was like a shitty Tetris clone with like pictures of Jerusalem behind the blocks. That would just change it would change seemingly at random intervals if you scored enough times. We had Mitzvah Mania, also completely lost. I've only ever found one screenshot of this game. What was it like? It was like a little, you know, it was like a little arcade game where you'd run around the board trying to avoid the gimmicks or whatever, and you try to collect matzah or some shit. Look, these were not educational games.
It was a little bit like Pac-Man or Snake.
Yeah, Mitzvah Mania.
You got other game?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitzvah
you done?
Mania. Yeah, I'm done for now.
And then another game. Can I have the keyboard?
Oh.
Another game which I actually want to play tonight.
Oh no.
No. What happened?
I must have hit Alt Tab.
Doom. There you go. Just getting my ass roasted. Joe. Good game. Good game. I'm a weenie. Oop. So the other game we played was Kid Pix, which has nothing to do with Judaism whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, there was a computer that was like, I think there was a little bit more high end than some of the other computers.
Mm-hmm.
And one had Kid Pix, and it also had Mario Teaches Typing. And
Right.
that one was always occupied. I never got a turn on it.
No, because it was actually fun. Although I did pull up Mario Teaches Typing for Oscar not long ago, and that voice is terrible. All right, that's got to be ear-poppingly loud. What do we think? Is that too loud? I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. So this is a very DOS version of Kid Pix. All right, turn that down. This is a very DOS version of Kid Pix. No talking or anything. I'm gonna draw a cat.
Aw.
She's cute.
She is cute.
My cat is so awesome. Have I talked about my cat on the stream? Probably.
She's like a billboard. She's like one of the graphics in Wolfenstein. Just like if you go over there, she looks the same as if you're over here.
Yeah, she never changes. It's true. Louise is such a wonderful little cat, and I know everyone thinks their cat is a wonderful cat, but I've loved many cats in my life, and I've never had a cat like her. She's so happy to be handled. She loves to be touched. She'll let you kiss her on the face.
Yeah. That's not common.
No. She does not get stressed out when you touch her.
Yeah.
And she's so friendly. She's so chill. Like you walk past her and she's just like, yeah.
Oh.
Right? Just so chill all the time. She's
Yeah.
got black that runs all the way up her face, up her nose.
Yeah, like her voice is a little bit lower pitched than my cat's.
Mm-hmm.
So like my cat is like meow, and she's like meow.
Huh? Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah, I must admit I've gotten really stupid since Louise came around.
You're reinfected.
Yeah. I always, I was always very, I loved our cats before Louise. We had a beautiful cat named Ella before Louise. But I must admit that since Louise came along, I'm kind of like one of those parents who like gets a pet after all the kids go away to college and the pet is the new baby. My kid is still a kid. My kid is still a baby. I just already think of Louise as the baby.
Yeah.
But it's okay because he does too. We all do. We all love Lou. She's what's known as a tortie. She's a tortoise-shell cat.
Yeah, she's really beautiful. And she makes such like a pretty face at you. Like,
I know. She's pretty. Just go on forever about her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I know that describing how cute a cat is really not the same as experiencing a cat that is cute, but it's all I can do.
no, there's no really photo doesn't do it justice.
No, I'm honestly not a big fan of photos of cats. Even, you know, the ones that I love. The photo just never captures how cute it is to share a space with a cat.
Yeah, like a cat is unpredictable. When you see a picture or video of it, it can't see you, so it's not reacting to you.
Right.
And,
Right.
You know, that's something that you should have the cat experience you if you're experiencing it.
Yeah, your interaction with the cat is what's cute.
I mean, you know, I have nothing against cat videos. I like them. I like videos of people with big cats because that's cute, and I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't personally experience a big cat. I'd love to, but... Alright, I'm not going to try and capture every detail of this cat. But... Oop. Would you like to erase it in a funny way and do your own drawing?
Yeah, how do you do that?
The eraser tab, and then pick one of those funny little icons, and then click it onto the image. Very similar to Mario Paint. I did not explore when this game came out. You love Maine Coons. Oh my god. Like, that's quite unfortunate. This auto mod sucks. Those are hilarious, cute cats. There's all those like Russian cats that are enormous too. I'm trying to figure out real quick when this game came out, because we need to figure out once again, did a great game that we love rip this off? Yeah, no. This game came out originally in 1989, and then
Wow.
and then Broderbund published it to in 1991. So well before Mario Paint, right? A few
Yeah.
years before Mario Paint. And it possesses a lot of the same, like, fun comedic features and user friendliness that Mario Paint had. And yeah, of course, even though it's a ripoff, it's great, right? Mecha.
It is a little bit similar, but they added a dog.
Yes, it's true. Mario Paint has a dog.
It's cute. It looks like Heidi.
Yeah, it Undo Dog looks just like Heidi, and it kind of sounds like her too. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, she makes that sound when she wants to be let inside.
You say Sphinx cats are nasty. Well, I mean, it is true that Sphinx cats are just like, they just have skin and no fur, so they get like oily skin, right? Our mom had a Cornish Rex for many years, and that was a cute cat because he was skinny like a sphinx, but he felt like a terry cloth towel. He was delightful, Charles.
Yeah, he was adorable.
We loved that little guy.
It's gonna have this be like a blob of flesh.
Right. Maybe his paws could just be in the center together, and then
like just like that.
Yeah, right, just coming out from under the curtain of his flesh.
Oh.
So yeah, this program was designed as a user-friendly alternative to Mac Paint.
Ah. So even this was inspired by that.
Yes, but like from inspired by seeing by the developer seeing children struggle to use Mac Paint.
Hmm.
You've never seen a proper breed cat IRL. I mean, that's how it should be, right? Cats should not be bred. Let's be real. Cats should barely even be pets. To breed a cat is cruel.
I mean, cats are a little bit wild, but yeah, I don't know what my cat's breed is. It's just an American Shorthair, right?
Yeah. Cats shouldn't be worth anything, you know? Like, they shouldn't be valuable breeds. They should just be, like, you know, far too plentiful. They should be pests. Who we nonetheless let into our houses.
Cats are great.
They do bring a lot of enjoyment to our lives. Although their piss smells terrible.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, they're really kind of gross. But we put up with them because cute.
Because cute.
Because they have this pleasant indifference that like looks a whole lot like wisdom to us, you know, that they radiate intelligence even though they're really just kind of like looking past us and slowly blinking. We're certain that there's something else going on in there though. Are you doing Charles?
Yeah.
Do we let our cats out unsupervised? I've never have. I've never personally had an outdoor cat.
I had an unsupervised outdoor cat, and I mean things were okay for a few years, and then one day he got lost. So you know, he was missing for a few months, and then when somebody found him because of his microchip, I didn't want to let him out after that.
Yeah, we're real happy that boy came back.
That's a drawing of him over here.
That's him. He's alive.
Yeah, well, Charles isn't.
Charles died about a year ago, but he was he lived a long life.
Yeah.
This weekend, Oscar and I were in New York City, and we were going to dinner. I'd made us a reservation, and I was like, all right, we're leaving for dinner, and he was grouchy because he thought we were gonna ride the subway, or he thought we were gonna ride there, and he was like, it would be so much faster if we got in a car or we got on a bus, and I'm like, yeah, but dude, it's like a 15-minute walk. Let's just walk. A block later, we run into a dog he's never going to forget. It was this is another story about what a great mom. We ran into, oh my God, that looks exactly like him. We ran into a 19-year-old dachshund.
Oh.
She was so beautiful. She was brown like Heidi, but there was white and gray mixed in with all of her fur. And she was very tiny for a dachshund, very small. And she had clearly had part of her lower jaw removed at some point. And as a result, like, her jaw was like an inch shorter on the bottom. And as a result, her tongue just hung right out the front.
Oh.
So she looked like she was in a permanent silly smile. And, you know, Oscar came over not even knowing how old she was and asked if he could pet her. And she was just so sweet. She just stood there with her head bowed and let him pet her. And then there was already like a bunch of people standing there talking to the owner. So we got all the information on her as she was 19 years old. And we're still talking about it. We're still in disbelief days later because, you know, we've got Heidi and Heidi's 16 and this dog was 19 and still going for walks, you know? And, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Oscar has some pretty high expectations about Heidi now.
Oh.
But, it was just so sweet to see a dog that was, still going and how much her owner adored her. It was really, really sweet. And, yeah, you know, makes me feel good thinking about how if a dog is in good health, they can make it. They can make it for a long time. Cute. All right. What are we up to now?
What else do we have?
What else is there? I have Simant.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to play Simant?
Sure.
Oops. You've been reborn. Hell yeah. Yeah, you know, it gives you hope. It gives you hope that your dog's gonna make it. They're all gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know, not that longevity is the only goal in this life, but thanks, Robert.
Which of these should I click?
You could just do experimental and just fuck around. Oh, that's a spider.
What am I supposed to do?
You can fight him if you want.
Fight it.
Yeah, you can assign ants to fight him. Oh, you know what? This might just be you're not an ant here. You're just looking at them.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with experimental.
Yeah, maybe you should restart. New.
What does that say? Reset?
No, it says about.
Oh.
You can't read that.
It's like blue.
Oh yeah, it is a little hard to see. Can you get to new? There you go. There you go. You've been born. This game, I remember playing this game quite a bit, and it not being incredibly complicated.
I am having a little bit of trouble reading this.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god, yeah. Do you want to play?
Well,
I don't want to read.
I'll play. Uh-oh. Where'd Ant go?
It scrolled away.
There we are. I'll control my ant. There we go. I'm out here. So, yeah, I remember playing this game and, so I'll try. Double clicking in the brown dirt. Like, rock? Ah, I can pick up a rock. Gotcha.
So when did we get this game?
Sometime in the early 90s, I suppose. We used to like rent computer games from a store. Find some food. We used to rent games from like a rental store in town. And then we'd copy them to our computer and return them. And that's what absolutely everyone did. My health is low. I don't know what to eat. What do I eat? Oh. I must eat. My health is critical. I need to tell me how to eat. It said to click in the brown dirt. Oh, maybe another ant can give me food. Come here, you. I'm gonna die. I'm fucking dead. Guys, I'm dead. I think this game is going to be a little too difficult to navigate without giving absolutely all of my concentration to it. My ant's dying. My ant's starved. I went berserk with hunger. My starved and tortured body reached the limits of endurance. And yet... I love it so much. I love being reborn so much. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to play this because it's just too much work to think about.
Yeah, but we needed to see you've been reborn.
Yes, we did. Okay, so I was at the rock gym with Oscar today, and this is like some real burb stuff. I do a lot of burb stuff because I'm on like, you know, we live in Philly, but like basically on the edge of town, and if you've got a kid, you do a lot of like, hey, you want to play Lemmings?
Yeah.
Oh wait, we had a
not
problem with
working?
Lemming before. Let's try again. Maybe there was another... Is there another thing I can... Another executable? I tried VGA Lem. I think that's all we've got. I'll try it one more time. It did work before. No, that's too bad. All right, well, then I've got for you. Want to play Ancient Empires?
Yeah.
All right. Oops. AE Prague?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I was... All right, I'm definitely going to have to turn down the volume on this one, right?
Yeah.
How's it sound, guys? just a bit.
It sounds familiar. There's a game for the Game Boy Color called Gex Enter the Gecko, and the theme song did that like exact same.
Well, this song is not originally from the game Ancient Empires.
Right.
This is like a classical composition.
But I mean, like, it had that exact sound, like that computery sound. Like it's the same instrument.
Right. Same MIDI soundboard.
Yeah. Or whatever.
Yes, this is an educational game. I am going to talk about Super Solvers and the Learning Company pretty soon. Can you guys hear our voices along with the music okay?
I mean, this song is about to stop playing.
It's true, but it will be replaced with another song. Anyway,
Perfect timing.
oh yeah. I was in the burbs. I was at a I was at a rock climbing gym with my son today, and we were like sitting in the lounge area, which you know, people use it for all kinds of stuff. They use it for they use it to eat. They use it to plug in their laptops and stuff. We were sitting in there eating a snack, and there was a dad who was not only using his laptop, he was turning the entire place into his office. He was literally in a meeting in the lounge of the rock gym, which is like whatever. His son was playing nearby, and Oscar, like while he was eating his snack, he was talking to this kid, and eventually they just started playing together, and they introduced themselves, and you know, we learned his name, and you have to switch to the super jump shoes. He introduced himself, and they started playing, and the entire time the dad was in his meeting, right, not paying attention, and then we went off and did our thing, climbed for a while, whatever, and later on we were taking another break, and that same little kid was sitting at the table with his dad, who's still fully working at the gym. Just on his laptop. He never climbed. This guy never climbed the entire time he was there. He was just working. And, you know, Oscar starts talking to this little boy again, and the boy is like sitting there with an iPad. So Oscar is like talking to him about his game or whatever. He's watching a video. Anyway, I would say that these boys talked for like a cumulative half an hour at least. And then we're leaving, and the little boy comes outside with his older brother, and they start talking to us. The older boy likes my t-shirt, and then the little boy starts playing in like the front garden with Oscar, and they're like playing around for a couple of minutes. Hard. Wow, I love how it just stops. You have run out of energy. How is this game supposed to be educational?
It's not at all.
At all.
But it's a pretty good platformer for DOS.
Yeah, no, it's a decent platformer for DOS. I'm gonna turn down the volume just a little bit.
How do I crouch? Is that even a thing?
I don't know if you can. Anyway, we talked to them for a few minutes in the front of the gym by the parking lot, and then like we're starting to leave, and their dad comes out to leave with them, and he yells at the kids, "No talking to strangers," like about us. And like the kids were like Oscar was very confused. And the kids were very confused. The little boy was like, he knows my name. But like from this guy, I got an extremely the neighbor from A Serious Man vibes. Which I suppose is sort of innuendo for saying he was a Nazi. But I was just like, I was so fucking baffled by this that like, this guy didn't notice who his kid was playing with all day. And he's still got the nerve to be like paranoid about a mom and a little boy at the same gym that he goes to briefly having a conversation.
Yeah.
It was so fucking strange. No talking to strangers.
Say, is that his phone the whole time?
He was on his computer, yeah. He was just like in meetings on his computer the whole time.
I'm an idiot. That's like a way you can go.
Yeah, there you go.
That was a wall.
You're not getting educated enough. No, you're right. I was confused about whether it was a wall too. I have never forgotten the cool way this character walks.
No, what gives him such a confident stride?
I don't know. Okay, you're guessing he's a divorced dad. Well, I'm sorry to say that there actually was a mother in this story too, but I didn't think it was important to bring her up.
Yeah.
She was climbing the whole time. He was in a meeting and she was climbing the whole time. And she didn't say anything when the father had this outburst. She didn't come to our defense, but she also perhaps didn't agree with him. Yikes.
And like this whole time you were just like babysitting their kid.
I was just hanging out outside with their two kids who they weren't watching at all.
Why is this so hard?
You think he's almost divorced?
Almost divorced dad.
Could be. Or she's just a trad wife and she knows her place. And she doesn't say shit. Well, yeah, that's also almost divorced. She's about to get on the next internet trend. What's the next internet trend specifically for people who are into the trad wife thing? Because I feel like I'm starting to see a lot of exposés on that now.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, what are they going to do?
Could you elaborate?
Oh, you know what I mean by a trad wife?
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do after they realize that there's absolutely nothing rewarding about, I don't know, just living your life for some asshole? Maybe I'm assuming when that happens. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. How are you even supposed to get up there?
I don't know, but it's educational.
I'm learning so much. Right, no, you're right. The trad wives are mostly influencers. People who are actually traditional wives are not on TikTok.
Yeah, that's true. That's like a character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even Karen is sort of a character. They see the camera is there, they like become the character.
It's true. It's true. Like, yeah. Like when you're a Karen on camera, you're like, fine, film me. I don't fucking care.
You're Karen on camera.
Are we not all Karen on camera at some point?
Maybe.
Karen on camera sounds like a sitcom. Like Carolyn in the City.
What's Karen on camera about?
It's kind of like Curb, but it's like a woman's version of Curb.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a woman who gets in trouble even though she's right. Because nobody wants to hear what she has to say. I do feel bad for Karen because, like, I do feel bad for all the women named Karen because before they were the racist white woman on camera, they were the woman in every, like, SNL sketch that the man yelled at. Like, Karen, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, is it time to forgive Karen for being so entitled and racist?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know that the Karen reckoning has actually happened yet. I feel like we're still collecting Karens.
We're still collecting Karens. Yeah, we have a stack of them now. There's like a Karen for every day of the year.
A Karen for all seasons.
Yeah, I bet there's a Karen for 365 days.
Oh yeah, like a calendar, a Karender.
A Karen.
But you just flip the page and it's another bitchy woman. There are many Karens to get to, and look, I'm sure I'm sure when I cut somebody off at the stop sign, I'm the Karen of the day for somebody. We're not immune. We are not immune to this.
Well, I think to be a Karen, you'd have to like demand to see the manager or something like that.
Or drive a really gigantic SUV and like blow through a stop sign.
Yeah.
When I think of a Karen, that's what I think of in general is like getting cut off by a gigantic SUV and seeing a small woman's head in the driver's seat.
Or worse, you just see hair.
You see sunglasses and a ponytail and no face.
Yes. A gigantic SUV that doesn't know where it's going.
Yes. All right, well, I think, this is a pretty basic ass critique, but Karen's, the Karen moniker feels a little unfair when, like, it's just as frequent that I get cut off by a man in an SUV.
Well, yeah, I mean, what makes you Karen? I guess it's not necessarily being a woman, but if you're a woman, then you're Karen.
Yeah, no, I don't hear a lot of men being called Karen. Maybe they're just called, like, boomer if they're old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure we're ready to forgive them for anything yet. They're still doing things.
Well, I think it kind of feeds into a sickness to like make them into videos and
make them into content.
Yeah, celebrate that we like turn them into content and dehumanize them.
Right. You're catching them at the ugliest moment of their day, as far as we know. And you're basically demanding that the public arrests them for what you saw them do.
Yeah.
In the context of the video.
But yeah, like, that just makes money for TikTok. What good does that really serve to embarrass Karen? She's probably just gonna go back to doing the shit she always does.
Oh, Karens are unembarrassable. I know that because I'm unembarrassable. When has anyone honking their horn at me changed my mind about anything?
But like, I don't think that necessarily makes you Karen. You have to like really like push people with your entitlement.
Right. You have to have no respect for people who work in service industries. You have to be like extremely self-righteous about your own privileges, right?
Yeah. Do you know who you're talking to? Do you know what video game I'm the author of?
I'm like a solo Karen. Like, how many video games do you know that are developed by a tiny team of Karens? Karens used to be called Chads. Chads are different. No, a Chad is actually, Chad is occasionally a compliment, right? A Chad is somebody who is extremely brutishly confident, right? That's not the same thing as a Karen, who everybody agrees is not sexually attractive in any way.
The female version of Karen should be Jonathan. How dare you talk to me? Don't you know that my name is Jonathan?
Right. The male version of the Karen is just equally bitchy. Well, I don't know.
How dare you waste my data sending me these text messages? Don't you know I don't vote?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at too. I feel like everything you're describing sounds like me.
You've turned into Karen?
I'm Karen and Jonathan at this point.
You're Jonathan. You're moving off the grid. Which is really just like plugged into the dock.
Wait, my off-grid is plugged into the dock?
Yeah, like you think that living on a boat makes you off-grid.
Right. That's the name of our guy is Jonathan?
That's how I feel about the name Jonathan. Like there's a guy whose name is Jonathan and sounds like that.
Right. Jonathan is the guy that Angelica's mom is ignoring her to talk to.
Yeah, that guy who's like probably in love with his boss.
Yes. Jonathan. Yes, I know Jonathan. I'm sure you look nice too.
Yeah, she's always on the phone with Jonathan.
Always on the phone with Jonathan.
Yeah, I mean, that's like it's like a biblical name, Jonathan.
Is Angelica's mom a Karen? No, I don't think so. She's too high status.
She probably has people yell at people for her.
Exactly. She wouldn't be caught dead complaining to the manager.
She has Jonathan do it.
Exactly. She sends Jonathan to Karen for her.
That's why Jonathans are in a bad mood, because they did their easy job and they still can't afford like an easy life.
No, they have to do the dirty work.
The dirty work, like stream or like make stupid TikTok and Instagram content of my stupid boat that I live on.
That's right. Your boat from the 80s that you live on, and with your butler who is like frantically watching your bank account diminish as your family continues to cut you off from the family money.
Yeah.
We were talking recently about what we think Angelica would be up to. We kind of landed on the idea that Angelica would be like an overworked influencer, and she'd be all about grind set because she'd be trying to prove to her mother, who she never interacted with when she was a child, that she could do it too. And meanwhile, her mother's been retired for years. She wears a Patagonia vest, and she has not worked in like, 10 years at this point, and she's like totally turned off by the thought of work. Does not care what Angelica's up to.
and can't understand it.
No.
Knows that she does something on TikTok.
Yeah, she hasn't actually bothered to figure out how this generation of tech and marketing and stuff works. Like, it's of no interest to her. She's out.
But she probably still earns more money on like her stock
Right,
dividends or whatever than Angelica does on her whole career.
Angelica's eating ramen. Like, Angelica is not doing well.
Angelica's still like wasting tons of money though on expensive toys.
Sure.
Like a pink convertible.
Yes. No, she's still a complete brat.
But
she's married to a wealthy man, but she personally makes no money.
Yeah, well, she's cool now because she lost her mind and started having like a huge meltdown on social media and was like lashing out at her fans and saying, "You dumb babies!" And like,
Angelica's a trad wife. Actually, I also came to that possibility.
Yeah.
That she'd be married to like a Republican congressman and she'd be a trad wife.
Yeah.
She hitches her wagon to some ugly Republican who's like, he's like 29 and she thinks he's going to be president one day. And she cleans his house and makes TikTok videos about how she cleans his house and he doesn't even appreciate it. And she films herself crying.
But like she gets so much content out of the house that it's like all part of the package.
Yes, exactly. Her disgusting cavernous house.
What am I supposed to do? Why so many puzzles?
I think, there's a pattern. He rotates. Uh-oh. They make you do it again! Absolutely not. All right. We're at 10:30. Are we out of games?
We might be out.
We've got Oregon Trail.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes! Goodbye. I don't want to explore any more of your empires. Wait. Why is it not letting me do anything? It's trapping me in the cavern of the ancient empire. Oh no, I'm stuck. Yeah, I am legitimately stuck. I appear to have lost Bluetooth on the old computer. All right, I might need to get down into the ditch here and fix it.
What was that?
I said the computer has like frozen.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. Let's read out of it. Nope. Doesn't wanna. All right. I'm gonna have to restart the computer.
Alrighty.
It's not even letting me do that. Are we looking on there?
I mean, it's black.
Okay. It'll take a moment to re-engage.
Yeah, what to talk about? Uh, I guess I could talk about the glance I took at those books you showed me.
Oh, yeah.
It's like very impressive manga by Miyazaki, and I didn't even know he made manga. You know,
Oh, yeah.
he makes really good manga. Like I just looked at it for a second. It was like, wow, this is great. And then Meredith opened up a bunch of other books that she had to show me some of the other artists. I was like, man, like, it's like the amount of effort, the amount of like discipline that you have to make something that looks like that is ridiculous.
Well, I think, for Miyazaki, we were talking about Nausicaa. He drew like 2,000 pages of perfect Nausicaa comics before he made the movie. Pardon me while I go back to our... Holy shit. Okay.
Hey.
He was just so driven by the need to make real what he imagined. And he imagined it so vividly. And it is really something to see that movie in comic form. There's so much more even than he managed to fit into the film. Well, you should check out these books. These were published by Viz. They're tomes. They're probably about that big. So it's pretty spacious. I know what you mean. He puts a lot of panels in his pages, but they look brilliant this way. You can really see the fine detail. It's incredible. Beautiful, beautiful books. Perpetual Thingus hero. We love him. I did want to talk before the show's over, because we don't have too much more time, about the Learning Company and what I've discovered about them, because I had talked a little bit about Mech in the previous episode, Mech being the company that developed this game and a couple of the games we played tonight. And the Learning Company was another player in the educational software world of the 80s and 90s. So much like Mech, the Learning Company was founded by a school teacher. It was a former nun who was a linguist, who actually made significant contributions to the world of language study. And when she went to teach, she was dismayed to find that children, as old as 13 were not able to read complete sentences. And it compelled her to delve into the world of computer software to create educational games. She was able to receive grants, which again, money that it seems very hard to come by these days. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was enough to form a very small company. She partnered with another person who was an expert in math, and and I think had PhD in psychology or something, and they teamed up with it's either William or Willard Robinette, who, as I said earlier, was the developer of the Atari game Adventure, which was a very influential game in its time. And what he wanted to do was make a sequel to Adventure. But what he ended up with was a game that was sort of gate kept aspects of the game until you solved puzzles, and it was known as Rocky's Boots. And I haven't played this game, but apparently it was quite beloved, and it was a success for them in a time where they were a very small company. They hired two women by the name of Grimm, like the Grimm fairy tales, who ultimately developed a game. I believe they were also teachers. All of the formative members of this company were actually invested in learning, and the Grimm sisters developed the first big hit for the company, which was Reader Rabbit, and so between Rocky's Boots, which was their critical success, and Reader Rabbit, which ended up being their commercial success, the learning company was able to receive a decent amount of venture capital and give full-time wages to all the people involved. A few years in, they went public, and there were some shakeups on top, and there was at one point a CEO who was setting the prices for these games way too high. They were selling for like $75 a pop, which, to me sounds like they were just sort of exploiting the fact that schools were getting grants for computers and software and using it to its, using it for all it had. But the board eventually ousted the CEO and was replaced by a woman who redesigned the packaging and set the prices much lower. And she seemed legitimately good for the company, but unfortunately, she was in her 30s and she had a stroke, and she could no longer head the company. There was a CEO after that who, in the accounts of the company's history, nobody remembers his fucking name, but he essentially fired all of the founding members. He pushed them all out before he too was pushed out. So as leadership changed hands over the years, good games continued to be developed. We're talking about like the early 90s at this point, but there was absolutely, like, as seems inevitable with these companies, a shift from research and development to marketing. And, the games got less innovative and relied more. Oh, no! You lost so much. The games were less innovative, less exploratory, less concerned with the education of the player, and more on what would sell. They delved more into, cheap sequels, kind of the way Mech did eventually. They milked Reader Rabbit for all they could, and they did a whole bunch of like SpongeBob learning and just like shit from cartoons and licensed games. Cynical. So that by the time the company was really starting to fail, their output was shit. They didn't have any great titles to boast about. So the man who fucked all these companies, his name was, I believe, Kevin O'Leary. Can somebody confirm that that's his name?
That's his name.
Thank you. Kevin O'Leary. who you might recognize from the show Shark Tank. He owned a company called SoftKey. This is one of those guys. I tried to look up like if there were any YouTube video essays or anything on this guy. Everything that comes up is like advice from Kevin O'Leary on how to make money. All this guy did was buy up existing shit and retool how it was presented in the retail market. That's literally all he did. SoftKey bought the Learning Company, changed their name to the Learning Company, so that it would not be immediately obvious that the brand had changed. They bought Broderbund. They bought Mech. They vacuumed up all these companies and drove the business into the ground. But not before Kevin, our boy Kevin, negotiated one of the biggest ripoffs in corporate history. He sold the company to Mattel, who I believe bought all of these games companies as one package for $4.5 billion. It is considered one of the most ill-advised purchases in all of corporate history. They were warned against it. That TLC and educational games were a house of cards. I don't know who really wanted this, but Mattel bought this shit and just immediately started bleeding money. They bled $1 million a day from this deal. Oh man, this looks so cool. I remember reading specifically that they were going to make an animation for the deer dying, and the upside down was just a placeholder, but they found that it worked really well to just make them upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works. Anyway, Kevin O'Leary made out great from this. Bingus has died!
No!
This is why you don't name these people after, like, your real family members. So, yeah. Thingus villain of the night. And as you may have guessed, the Learning Company never recovered from this. They were eventually sold off for a pathetic amount of money. I believe they were sold off for about... I believe they were sold off for about $27 million, which would have included all of the Oregon Trail games, all of the Carmen Sandiego games, all of the Rita Rabbit games. And after that, the educational software industry was completely dead. And that might have, also had a lot to do with the fact that the internet was taking off and people didn't want to buy CD-ROMs anymore, and downloadable games ruled. There may have been no avoiding all of this, but certainly it was accelerated by one fucking guy and his shitty shop vac, and the absolute dearth of value created by all that shit, and the black hole of value. Lower the pace so their health can recover, suggests Andre Irizu. Here lies I will say, though, that as opposed to the Mech founders, who, like I said, received absolutely no money for creating this game, the founders of the Learning Company did quite well during the sale of this company. All but one of them still own stock. and they all made millions. So I suppose that's, I mean, you know, there are a couple of silver linings. There's the fact that they made something off of it, and that the games still exist, even if you have to pirate them in order to play them. You have to have an elaborate system like ours in order to play them. But you can't kill them completely. Somebody will continue to want these games. And, you know, if you give a shit, you can show them to your kids, and your kids can enjoy them. That describes me and, like, you know, as many as 3 other parents.
Yeah, sure.
The games will live on. They will live on in some capacity. Because, as I've said, kids don't really care if a game is old, at least in my experience. They'll play any game that fascinates them, and I think there's still fascination to be found from a lot of Pringles. All right, we got 8 minutes. Do you have any heroes and villains you'd like to bring to the table?
Heroes and villains.
Dysentery. Yes, indeed. Our old friend Dysentery.
Yeah, who's ruining my life besides dysentery?
Oh, I did also want to mention in my research for this little story, I found out that I don't know if you knew any of this, that Mavis Beacon is not real. She's a fictional character. She is the photo of Mavis Beacon is a woman who worked in a department store, who somebody discovered and thought should be on the cover of a video game box, apparently. Mavis Beacon is not real, and there is a bit of a Mandela effect around her, in that people seemingly remember Mavis Beacon being some kind of typing hero, that she was on talk shows and shit, you know, winning typing championships and being interviewed about it. Yes, I was very surprised too.
No.
Oh, I'm glad that story was interesting. She's real in our hearts, of course. She taught us typing. She deserves a little recognition. But not real, not a real person, never was.
No.
Not Mingus. Mingus has died.
Who's not dead? Oh, Thingus.
Thingus is still alive until 11 o'clock. Good night, Edmundo. Thanks for coming by. Any final thoughts?
Did we ever talk about the child? Thanks for stopping by.
I think we've briefly touched on the child. I think ultimately, well, the last I checked in, the child grew up and he's gay. He actually never found a girlfriend, and yet he seemed quite happy.
Yeah.
That was the last I heard. Have you heard something else?
No.
Okay.
But I'm sure he still exists as a person. I'm sure he still lives a life out there.
Well, you know, the tendency seems to be that if a person disappears from the internet, that's usually a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Right? If they stick around, you're going to find out all the things that you wish you hadn't found out. if they go away, you know, maybe they died, but maybe they lived their life. And that's what I call a happy ending.
Yeah, I mean, sucks to be made fun of online by us.
It does. It really does.
At the end of every episode of Thingus, you quote that.
I quote the child at the end of every episode of Thingus because that's what he says at the end of his video, where he is desperately searching into the void for a girlfriend, for his future girlfriend.
Yeah, that's really hopeful that he's gonna have a future girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, he hopes she'll find this and that she'll message him on Yahoo Chat. This is what I sound like.
And to not break his heart.
No. He doesn't Wait, does he say something about not having his heart broken?
It's like the text part of that site.
Oh.
It's
He
like,
doesn't
don't break my heart like my last girlfriend.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Maybe he just made that to piss off his last girlfriend.
I mean, people used to make a lot of
game
websites.
froze.
What was that?
I think the game froze.
Well, I think we're good. I mean, it's 11 now, so this is a perfect screen to leave it on. Yeah, he had his heart broken, and yet he was hopeful. He was ready for more. And really, if you never heard anything else about him, I think that would be good. Even though, yes, it's the corniest thing you've ever seen. You'll never find a girlfriend that way.
No, but at least somebody was thinking laterally with the internet. Imagine, like, showing that to someone who just spent their life savings investing in the .com bubble, and they see this is what we are getting out of it. It's like, either this kid gets a girlfriend and you make $1 million for every dollar you invested, or that doesn't happen and the internet is just stupid.
The internet is just some 12-year-old kid who's just looking out there for a girlfriend. Hello, a Fox in Space and the 92 people who just came in with you. We are finishing the show in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But since you're here, this is what I sound like. I am 39 years old. I do not go to school. I develop video games and play them and reminisce about the old ones with my brother Joe. Hi. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, the 92 people.
Yeah. It would just like loop like that. Like it was just like where did we see that anyway? It was like a GeoCities?
Oh, yeah, it was some free website like I don't know if it was GeoCities. I mean, he wanted to be messaged on Yahoo Chat. So, I would imagine he was like jumping all over the place. It might have been no, it wasn't a Yahoo site. I feel like we'd remember that. I feel like people would have made fun of him for having Yahoo Chat and a Yahoo website. But what could it have been? If it wasn't GeoCities, it could have been Alta Vista.
Yeah. What were the other ones?
Zoom. Wait, was Zoom just a search engine?
Zoom?
Yeah. With an X, Zoom.
I don't remember that one.
There are all kinds of free sites out there, but the Hotmail websites, right? Yeah. I don't remember what it was, but it got reposted quite a bit.
Yeah.
I do remember Angel Fire.
Angel Fire.
I do remember. And I don't know exactly how real this was, but I do remember like a few years after that happened, the child allegedly wrote a post-mortem on it where he said that he found out he was a meme because he was in the library and he heard some kids laughing at the website and he hid. He hid behind a table.
Oh man.
And from then on, shit was just terrible for him for a while. And I'm inclined to believe that that's what happened. I mean, it's fucking terrible. Poor little guy. But yeah, the last follow-up that I read was that the child grew up and he no longer desired a girlfriend, and he had a boyfriend, and he seemed totally fine. He seemed like a totally well-adjusted guy. What an awful thing to be a meme. What do you think Star Wars Kid is up to?
Well, last I heard, he was a lawyer. He works in the kind of cases that he was involved with. Like,
What was his
I
case?
think he sued his friend or something.
For leaking the video.
Yeah.
Did he win?
I don't remember. I would like to think that he did, and it was like a precedent court case. Like
Yeah, I would love to think.
precedent-setting
I would love to
case.
think that too. And look, I'm also, while I'm cheering him on, imagining him hitting that laser through the air.
I mean, it was a great video.
It's a great video. And then the video where somebody edited it so that he was like warding off laser beams with his own lightsaber was incredible, right?
Yeah.
Star Laws. Yeah. I would watch a Star Wars style documentary film about his life after Star Wars. They settled. Our resident lawyer has the dirt. He probably got some money.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good enough note to end it on. Fun show. Good games. What's your favorite DOS game of the night?
Well, what did we play again?
We played some Kid Picks. We played some Ancient Empires. Wolfenstein 3D.
We played
Snood.
Oregon Trail.
Scorched. I think Scorched Earth
Yeah.
was the one I was most surprised to have the most fun with.
I love that game.
It's really beautiful. It really is the mother, isn't it?
It's the mother of all games.
Thanks, Scorched Earth. Let's look up the name of this guy so we can give him a shout out. He's a Thingus hero.
Yeah, like, does Scorched Earth have a category on Twitch?
Oh, probably. Probably not many, though. Yeah. Scorched Earth video game was written by Wendell Hicken using Borderlands C++. Wendell does not have a Wikipedia entry, but his game does. And yeah, it really is a beautiful thing. Fun physics, gorgeous landscapes, and the pinnacle of shareware, really. A game worth sharing.
Yeah, a great 2-player game. And you can even play with more people. Game you can play with one computer.
Yes, exactly. You all just take turns on the keyboard, and you can play it with quite a few people.
Yeah, definitely the best thing on my crappy hand-me-down computer that was about to explode.
Yeah, no. And yeah, never cost us a cent to play. We never paid a cent for that game as long as we lived. So show Wendell some love. All right, we're going to call it a night. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for stopping.